This video is about the very important topic of insurance protection while operating a travel business, and I'm Joni Ogg. As travel professionals, we're all familiar with the need for errors and omissions insurance and general liability insurance. Do we need any other insurance coverage when we operate our travel business? Now, this question comes up frequently at seminars and in travel forums. I must say that I have actually never been big on insurance myself, but when I was young, of course, I thought I didn't even need health insurance. And then I got older and wiser, and I realized I'd simply been lucky not to have had to call on it for help. So insurance is very important. We know we must have car insurance. We must have homeowners insurance, and some people have dental and or eye insurance. Many people feel strongly that life insurance is a must. Our dog had to have some surgery, and I remember I wished I'd opted for pet insurance when she was younger. I think the bill for the procedure was well over $2,000. And after researching on the internet and consulting with some other agents and our insurance agent, I have some facts and insight to share with you. Insurance is rather dry subject matter at best. However, bear with me and we're going to try to have some fun with it. Let's consider what scenarios and perhaps what types of insurance might be needed to protect you and your home-based travel business. I remember a few years ago, a friend of ours who was an agent working from her home in Oregon was the victim of a terrible home fire that burned her home and all in it to the ground. Nothing was salvageable, and beyond the sadness and shock of it all, there was a travel agency to consider. The computers and, of course, all records were destroyed in the fire, and she had clients' trips booked and in the works. Could we remember all the details if this happened to us? I know I could not, and the thought of even trying to recreate my home office is mind-boggling. That's why the least expensive insurance that you can invest in for your home office is cloud backup for your business computer. And do any of you have clients who come into your home to discuss their trips and plan their travels? How about a neighbor who drops by to have coffee and ultimately ends up buying a cruise that day? Are they your client or a friend, and what difference would it make if he or she tripped on your oriental rug and were seriously hurt? Could they sue you for the medical fees? We all know the answer is probably yes. And how would you protect yourself and your business financially? What if you were robbed while out delivering documents to a client? Are you adequately insured so that you can replace those stolen articles? If we begin to let our minds wander in this direction, it can get downright scary to think about what could happen. In starting or operating a business, there is a term called risk management, and this can refer to a planned approach by the business owner to do what they can to avoid loss of assets, lawsuits, or losses of earning potential. And there are a number of different types of insurance policies available depending on your business needs. And the following are some that might target a home-based travel agency, and there are probably more, as in my quest of information, I realize you can get insured for just about anything if you're willing to pay the premium. Take a look at these and just make sure you have considered whether or not you might need these to protect your growing travel agency. Homeowners insurance can be important when trying to ensure that a liability or non-business casualty doesn't take you to the poorhouse or worse. Now, most of you own a home, probably have this already, but be sure you speak to your insurance representative to advise them that you're running a business from home. There may be specific additions to the policy that you're going to need. This type of insurance commonly covers items like damage to a home and your personal properties that may be caused by lightning, wind, severe storms, and or fire. It can cover medical payments for occupants if injuries are incurred as a result of the above events. You can also get a rider that can cover loss of theft of your personal property, such as office equipment like computers, notebooks, smartphones, fax machines, printers, scanners, digital cameras, etc. Now, renter's insurance is an option if you do not own your residence. Specifically, renter's insurance covers your personal property such as clothing, computers, and other business equipment. It will cover the cost to repair or replace damaged or stolen items. Liability coverage is another great benefit of renter's insurance. If you get displaced for any reason, renter's insurance will also cover any additional costs of living that may occur. Property insurance can protect the business against loss of assets. Purchasing this insurance can help to pay the amount needed to replace assets that may have been lost and will do so at the replacement value. Now, this may seem more important for a business with tangible products that one can touch. And since travel sales are more of a service sale, property insurance may not make sense. Your call though. Check out your options. Auto insurance? You just need it. Enough said. Fire insurance can really be important, and some folks cannot get this coverage depending on whether they are in an area prone to fires or not. It can cover losses from fires and can even be extended to cover damage done by storms, smoke, explosions, vandalism, and even hail. Theft insurance offers coverage from losses incurred when property owned by the business is stolen or taken. Now, if you employ people for your home-based business, this can provide protection from employee activities such as destruction of property, theft, dishonesty, credit card transactions and deposits, forgery, and even computer crimes such as electronic funds transfer, and other types of computer and electronic crimes. It might also protect the business from liability or loss due to computer and or even non-computer related theft and fraud. Hopefully, this is not going to be something you need, but now you know about it. Liability insurance offers protection for you against possible claims made by people who have suffered bodily injury while on your premises. An example might be a UPS man who slips on your doorstep that was a bit wet while they're on business delivering a package to your business. This is scary stuff, isn't it? Professional liability insurance is something bundled with errors and omissions insurance, and it really is absolutely necessary to protect you and your business. If you're a travel counselor, you likely give advice on places to go, companies to travel with, and on etc. What if something goes wrong on the trip? Examples may be the hotel claims they never received the deposit and the client must find another place to stay, therefore blaming you and asking for reimbursement of all kinds of expenses, perhaps not limited to the hotel stay, but including meals, etc. Another example that we see often is weather-related delays that may fall back on the travel agent for not advising the client it can rain and even snow in Boston in January. Need we say more? You really do need to protect your business from potential lawsuits when things don't always go as planned. Health insurance, disability, and life insurance should be looked at not only for you, the owner, but also if you have employees. It could be an expensive proposition for a small home-based agency, so you want to research this very carefully. And workers' compensation insurance is also going to be necessary if you have employees. It provides income and payments of medical costs if you or your employees are insured on the job. It is mandatory to provide this at a minimum level to all employees. And many states have consolidated workman's comp insurance into easy-to-buy and affordable plans. Is there really an insurance for this? Do you think it would fall under the heading of, I need a vacation and I want to be paid by the insurance company for the time off? Well, it sounds like a winner, but actually it is meant to protect against the loss of business income, covering specified expenses should the business be temporarily shut down due to perhaps a need to remodel following a fire, an interruption in utilities, or perhaps an employee strike. Unfortunately, agents who had this type of insurance quickly found out that it did not cover the loss of income from the COVID pandemic. So on that note, I'm going to end my long and hopefully helpful insurance overview for home-based businesses and go pay dog insurance for Callie. Her premium is now due. Yes, I now have the big girl fully covered. There's something to be said for peace of mind. Thank you for watching this short tutorial. We hope that you've enjoyed it. Why not give it a like or a share? And if you would like to know when we release future tutorials, just subscribe to our channel.